Hey, figured I'd give this a try. It's been a while. Oh my goodness, it's been quite a while since I've done a video for my channel. And at that, things have changed. It's so wild. So, yeah, I found out that my birth time, although correct, the time of day was incorrect. I was actually born in the morning and not at night. And so I've been playing with that, which is pretty cool because it changed me from a 3-5 profile to a 2-4 profile, which makes absolute sense because I'm barely ever here. I'm always hermiting. It's so funny, and now I understand why. And especially because I don't really have any in my old chart. I only had 1-2 line, and that was it. I had a lot of 4s. So, my nodal environment is that of a 4-6. So, of course, I'm traveling on this road with my friends. So, yeah, it's cool. The 2-4 profile. It also gave me emotional definition and a split definition. What? My moon moved from gate 55 into gate 30 and connected to my north node in gate 41. So double Aquarius right there. So true. And my sun. I am no longer a Cap Unicorn. I am not a Capricorn. I grew up as a Sagittarius and I am still a Sagittarius. It is at 29.58 degrees. So, I mean, like right on the cusp. It's amazing. But I still have Venus at the end of Capricorn in gate 60. But instead of line 4, she moved into line 3. And then Mars, I still have in gate 36, but moved into line 5 from line 6. So, yeah, it's been really cool. Oh, and so my design move, of course, moved. My arrows changed. I am now almost a quadrite, which makes so much sense with my PHS is indirect light with feeling tone, and my environment is still artificial shores, but this time with feeling tone instead of the inner vision. And then my motivation now is guilt as conditioned. And it's funny reading that because it means like, who cares about conditioned or deconditioned? And then the tone there is in acceptance. I'm sorry, tone 6, acceptance. And then I still have personal view, but with tone 2, which I had before, which is pretty cool. That's my only left arrow, which is so true. And it's funny because thankfully I have worked with a lot of different charts and a lot of different people. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I got to relearn myself. No, I'll tell you what happened. Everything made so much more sense. That 3-5 in the Venus and Mars, that's why I can understand 3-5 so well. Other than maybe the bonds made broken. Some of my third line friends were like, well, that makes sense of why you didn't totally fully maybe get that the way we do. I'm like, cool, that works. But yeah, that emotional definition, that's cool. It didn't matter really because I grew up learning to wait on big decisions anyways, and I've always just done that. And having all 4 of the integration channels and learning through QHD, we learned that those channels do need that time in order to integrate. So really I was already doing that, which is really cool. My moon in gate 30 makes a lot more sense with my relationships, which is really badass, actually. And yeah, the differences in the colors and tones. Oh, and by the way, I even changed base. I couldn't believe it. So before, I had not all on my personality side, I was a base 1. And then on my design, I had base 5 in Sun Earth and base 2 in my nodes, which I still have. But my Sun Earth is base 3, and it's like just at the 3. And so depending on what program I use, it shows me as a 2 and not a 3. However, I have the MMI software. Yay! And that shows it as a 3. And then my personality, sun, earth, and nodes are base 4. And it's so funny because I was reading about it, and it's about progression and other stuff. But when I got to the vanity part, I was like, oh my God, that's so true. My husband too is like that. I wonder if he has base 4, because I also found his correct time at the same time and updated that. And lo and behold, he has base 4. I thought that was just so hilarious, crazy. So today's the day I finally felt like it's a yes for me to go ahead and talk about it. Put this up. I gotta change, of course, in the about so that it doesn't say I'm a 3-5 anymore. Yeah, really interesting stuff. I'm really glad I didn't like try to really force myself into my PHS before, because it was totally different. And but I learned long ago, you don't do that. Nope, it naturally happens on its own. And with my indirect light, I can definitely say, yeah, that's naturally me. And especially with artificial shores and indirect light, I'm at home all the time. I prefer to be indoors. I don't want to be outside. I want to look outside. It's fucking beautiful out there. It looks amazing. And I love being around water if I'm going to be outside, especially if I get hot. I don't like the heat. My body does not do that well in the heat. However, I can almost like zen myself to cool down. I kind of had an experience like that the other day, which was really cool. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share that. And I think that's about it for now. Anyways, have a great day whenever you see this. And I'll pop in when I pop in again.